chance of winning this series 2-0, and it feels as though it might be probable in this second game. I kind of like the draft that they've got, and it feels like it could hit a kind of big timing here at 15 minutes if LWW is able to get the farm for the sleeping dart.
This is the big timing that I'm looking at. You have this Marana that has 2 heroes, even 3 heroes to play with. So you have Searing Chain, Sleeping Dart, and also Primal Beast, Pulverize. So every kind of a setup, they don't have a Dispel mechanic. You catch one of these heroes, especially supports, Crystal Maiden, Enchantress, they die so easily. So I can see, I definitely do like more EHOME's draft in this one, because they have tower damage. This Nature's Prophet carry comes online super early on. I don't think I remember seeing MKS going for Midas on Nature's Prophet. I think this needs to be something early, more oriented. I'm a big fan of Maelstrom, full Gleipnir. It's also a setup for some of their abilities, and they do have some decent amount of catch on Knights for Ember Spirit, but the Cloud, I think Cloud is going to destroy them. This spell is just so annoying to play into. And their damage output is very limited. I also want to see if Felix is going to max out Impetus just to have a bit more damage, because with the Crystal Maiden, this Marcy offlane, we've seen it not do as good as you would expect the offlaner to do. It's just something about the hero. I'm still much more of a fan of this offlane Marcy rather than this safe lane Marcy.
Just feels like to get any damage out, they have to be right in the fights, and like you said, Smokescreen's going to be hard to deal with, especially once he hits that level 10 talent, extending the radius of it, right? So it'll be interesting to see how Knights react and how they're going to play this game, especially after the 15-minute mark, where that shard is most likely to be picked up by LWW. I want to see the Marana combination. Salad's Marana decked out in like $2,000 worth of cosmetics, and that's just the bunny pretty much. That Nexon treasure bunny, I think it is. I don't know, but I know it's worth it.
I don't know what it's called, but I know it's expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gosh, and then the Crimson Witness hair.
So Salad starting with Headdress. Not the. I think was the one, him and Felix, starting with the Headdress. They were trying to build different items, because Xiao Yu didn't start with any regeneration whatsoever, so he will be fed some tangos.
Yeah, right now, all he's really got is the extra 0.6 from the mangoes. So we'll see if that's enough with the headdress, because that'll be, what, 2.6 for him on regen when they're laning together. Arrow flying by, but not hitting anybody, and definitely not hitting flyby. XCJ and Ego in this lane. XCJ in the last game for the Crystal Maiden did really well. This screams 4-staff supports games. You're going to want a lot of 4-staffs in this game.
Yeah, you're playing against Nature's Prophet, the Sleeping Dart, Ember Spirit as well. You need to be able to get out of the trouble. Draw Ranger, she's the one who naturally builds it. Pike for Enchantress, there's 4 Enchantress you want to be able to scale, so multiple of those gonna be good. And interesting starting skill from Flyby, going for that sidekick, so giving it to Enchantress to be able to sustain more and have a bit of more extra harassment damage is gonna be good.
Going sidekick, and you're talking about harassment damage, but Felix still just went enchant level 1.
Wants to take the tree, and yeah, that's pretty standard.
I guess, but also, would you have liked just the impetus damage early from level 1? Just get that early harassment out, and I just have that much more damage.
You're playing into Nature's Prophet, you want to steal one of his treants and just deal damage to him. Especially you send it to Ricky, he doesn't deal well with summon.
Right, okay. Salad. Not dealing with a lot of health. But he'll just walk on by, and Felix is going to pick up that Blightstone. So that'll be coming out. MKS also has one of his own, and I'm interested to see how MKS builds this out. We've seen a couple different Nature's Prophet starts, like you were talking about earlier. What they'll do come level 2, and LWW and MKS already have level 2.
Not
earlier
the
than
strongest
Felix.
heroes once they hit level 2. It doesn't really change the dynamic how this lane is played. It's mostly going to be just Nature's Call, harassment from Ricky, use the Blink Strike, soak up some of the damage. So this bottom lane, I'd say, feels relatively secure, especially because LWW decided to go for the smoke screen. So even if they jump on Nature's Prophet, he needs to be there to use it. But he's trying to pull right now, so MKS forced to TP out.
Yeah, goes all the way back to base to heal up. And that is the early damage with the help of that impetus that does it. And, well, he'll have to regular TP all the way back. Felix with the Blight Stone. This is going to be punishing bottom. We'll see if it ends up garnering them any kills. So XCJ, you see up towards top, has to back up through the tree line and get towards the tier 1 tower. Salad. Not a lot of mana to work with, and he'll have a delivery of a clarity, salve, and some wards to work with.
Death's bounty.
See if he wants to go for an arrow play, whether it be up towards top or maybe even over in the mid lane. But this DK kill is not that exactly easy. Trample on top of XCJ. Arrow flies in, and he'll snipe that first blood.
Interesting build from Zhao Yu. Usually we don't see a point in the uproar early on a Primal Beast, but he did get harassed. Hits level 3, immediately onslaught into trample combo, and Salad secures the kill.
Secure, kill, steal, they're synonyms. So Zhao Yu and Salad, they've got the early advantage, and Ego in the first game on the Naga Siren, he farmed really well. He was top of the net worth and everything, but now XCJ again is going to be in trouble. The arrow is already used, so he should be able to back off through the trees again. If maybe they had that arrow, they could have gotten themselves a second kill. Frostbite, XCJ, not a lot of mana to work with. Only 3 charges on that stick if you wanted to throw a Crystal Nova afterwards. But that salve that flew in, Salad, he's going to regen off that.
Once Primal Beast hits level 4, a second point in Trample. XCJ just looks like a food in this lane. Arrow will connect.
Onslaught follows it up, and they'll get the kill. They'll take him out again. So that's going to be 2 up top, 1 for each for EHOME. Things seem to be going well in the CS department for Knights in all 3 lanes, however.
Flyby is dominating the lane. 26 on this Marcy. Enchantress sitting at 4, but yeah, this Marcy, like, if she's off to a good start, she can pop off. Jump, misses.
Does have Dispose, but won't use it. And early with the Satyr Mindstealer, having that mana burn. That's not fun to work against. As LWW pulls the creeps over. So just trying to give Nature's Prophet any sort of advantage, if he can at all. And Knight against Alacrity, we saw how this matchup went in the first game, where it did seem like Knight got the upper hand with the Primal Beast that he was playing. Is it going to be the same this time around, or does it...
It's a farm trade in this mid lane. Like, usually you don't see the kills happen unless someone makes a mistake, because you put points in the Flame Guard, you can't burn those with the Dragon Knight, you can't take it off. Good Gust. Like, we've seen him use Gust already like 3 or 4 times to try to stop the Trample from going off. 2 times it was not successful. But yeah, mid lane is just a farm fest. Dragon Knight will hit level 6 soon faster. Knight, he needs that active rune. Dragon Knight doesn't go for bottle. Salad making a rotation, but so does XCJ.
Ooh, Salad gets the leap, hits the arrow on Alacrity. XCJ doesn't have anything else to throw the way of this Mirana. And Illusion Rune for Felix. So that will not be an active rune for Knight, but he'll throw down the Remnant. Meanwhile, they're going to kill an LWW. They have this Centaur Conqueror with the War Stomp to stun him up. And Alacrity gets a free kill over mid. MKS?
Too soon.
He's top, dying.
Wait, did he die to solo Crystal Maiden? What just happened?
I want to say he showed up low health, and XCJ stumbled upon a kill. Arrow comes in, hits Alacrity, and they'll take out the DK. But MKS?
Yeah, MKS is not having a fun time on this Nature's Prophet. He is only level 4.
And
Flyby
2,100 net worth.
already level 5, so needs to be careful. Rebound is maxed out, so that jump distance is gonna be better. Xiao Yu trying to get some farm here.
Yeah,
Has phase boots. Probably is off to a good start, considering what he's playing into. He got a lot from the lane. That first blood on a Crystal Maiden. MKS, he might need the jungle. I don't think it's safe for him to lane. Like, Ricky can't even help him anymore.
So Xiao Yu's going to go for the Falcon Blade early on, and then most likely the BKB. That'll be a big timing for the Primal Beast. We'll see if that lines up with the 15-minute shard for LWW. Is that just the build that he's going for right now? He's got one, he'll have boots, and I think from here on out, you just save up money for the shard. So he'll hope to have that sleeping dart, and if Knights can get ahead by enough, maybe
It's a
they
big
can
upgrade. Like,
mitigate that.
this is the timing where EHOME is just gonna go for the pickoffs. You can already see Salad. He even put the second point in the arrow. 3 heroes mid, lands a perfect arrow, make it 4.
Yeah, onslaught, and they go to the Dragon Tail, but they have the Pulverize, no way to stop it, so Alacrity ends up dead. Blink Strike on XCJ. They'll continue to chase. Salad's got an arrow in 3 seconds. Uproar, smoke screen, and there's the arrow, but Knight gets the kill beforehand. So
EHOME bringing numbers, but
Yep.
that also means that the side lanes are open, especially for Flyby. On top of the network, Falcon Blade phase boots done, going into BKB next.
Recovery Midas for MKS. At least that's the game plan.
Kills the ward top. Does have Wrath of Nature available. They did kill Dragonite 2 times. This is supposed to be the hero that they don't have enough damage to kill relatively early on, but they did bring the numbers. And now the top opens up. MKS will try to go for this tower. Salad bottom will collect some of the XP.
Yeah, he's trying to get that level 6 that can work with the Moonlight Shadow. I think they're certainly lining up on a timing. Salad has one more leap and will get away from Flyby with that initial unleash.
3 leap charges used, however. 45-second charge restore time. So not gonna have that for a long time. Tier 1 tower has fallen. MKS, you mentioned that recovery Midas. I don't mind it too much here, considering that his lane is not going well. His talents are pretty nuts, level 20 that is. So wants to get to that slightly faster, considering that things were not working out. And you did mention the shard on Ricky, sitting at just 500 gold for now.
Oh, Salad came back. That's an issue. Came back just to die. Wrath of Nature bouncing around, and he'll do some damage on the Flyby, but they just don't have a follow-up to that. Oh,
Double
XCJ.
damage for Ember.
Smoke screen, onslaught, frostbite onto the Ricky, but trample on top of XCJ with a sleight of fist coming through from Knight to get the kill onto the Crystal Maiden. Not the start that XCJ had in the first game. It's actually just a flip-flop of that, because he was 4-1 and now he's 1-4.
Yeah. But Knight going for an interesting item build. This is the first kill with the Urn of Shadows. We've seen this being very situational on the Embers, sometimes even Void Spirits, like a year ago, like even more. But the item got nerfed so many times. I guess they feel like, oh, we need some extra damage. So with that Spirit Vessel on Dragonite, it's gonna be good. But in terms of scaling, it doesn't allow you to farm. So you need to be active with the hero. I want to see if it pays off. Like, I don't mind it too much here, but it's just that item has been nerfed so many times. The cast range, the damage, the cost, everything pretty much.
Impetus doing some big damage on a Salad, but here comes the onslaught, trample, unleash, and they'll still get the kill on a Salad. But will they get the Marcy out? Unleashing damage on the Xiao Yu and LWW. They'll rebound with the tricks of the trade. And can they trade? No, they can't. Impetus still doing a lot of damage with the help of Flyby, so Felix able to output a lot to get 2 kills for the side of Knights.
MKS had TP available, so did Ember Spirit, so maybe one of them could have helped out. But sometimes this damage on Marcy, like the amount of lifesteal that she gets and the damage that she does, could trick you.
Yeah, the unleash leading to 1,800 damage coming in from the Marcy.
Salad, bottle refill. For Knight, they see Felix.
They'll stay on him, but can they control him enough? Trying to TP out, arrow in time, and there's the Star Storm. So Salad getting a kill. He's bumped up onto the high ground thanks to the onslaught and has no leap charges. He'll be forced to use one.
Try to body block. Try to block the arrow with that wolf that he had. But still, they have enough stuns on their side. Pretty even game. 12 minutes into the game, they lost 2 towers on Knights, and they managed to kill the bottom tower. So the map did open up for both of the teams. We haven't talked too much about Ego. He's now farming in the triangle. LWW collecting XP. Like, you can notice it. Professional players, they can notice it because you don't get as much XP. So if you see it not, you see the bar not filling, another good arrow.
XCJ will die again, dominating for Knight. This is back-to-back games for Knight that have looked really good. And he's gonna have that Spirit Vessel with 4 charges on it.
It's a lot of charges. Now it's time to go and try to kill Dragonite if Alacrity shows top. One extra hero and the LWW, he's pinging it out.
Yeah, LWW's been a nuisance, and he's almost got the gold for the shard.
This is pre-shard. Like, he needs 500 gold to finish it off. Rest of the team is gonna smoke, so I wouldn't mind the...
XCJ again. Oh dear. It is now death number 6.
2 supports on Knights are not gonna have a good time. They're just gonna keep dying to dart and arrow combo. 1 slide from Ember Spirit.
Ricky gets to survive, but stays too long. Now he's dusted, now he's dead. That's getting greedy, because you got the courier and then they didn't see you, or couldn't continue to see you, and then you stayed until dust got delivered. He's really trying to play as greedy as possible to get that shard as quickly as he can, and he's now just 400 gold away. MKS almost has this Maelstrom after the Midas, so he's getting there in farm.
He's recovering. Second on the net worth. Does have Wrath of Nature available. They just smoked underneath the ward. Oh, but he's still getting caught.
Knight is in trouble and will fall. Onslaught, trample. Can they get the kill on Ego with the pulverize? Yeah, they'll get him. Unleash from Flyby. Moonlight Shadow used, but they've got a sentry down, so they'll take out Zhao Yu.
I'm not sure what that was. Like, you're playing into Dragonite with the Blink Dagger, instant stun, Crystal Maiden, who has Frostbite maxed out, Silence from Drow. So not a good trade. Like, they just lost 2 cores. Still keeping things even, but EHOME's draft, like, this is the timing that they're supposed to be really strong. This is the timing where they want to take the fights. Impetus maxed out. You see the damage output from Felix. He's going in.
And they want to get this kill here onto Felix. They've got the Spirit Vessel. They'll look for the arrow. And, well, Felix is still going to die here tonight, so even more gold going his way. He's going to the early BKB, and that should line up with Zhao Yu's BKB.
Understands that there's nothing that goes through magic immunity. Zhao Yu finds 3.
Oh boy. Disposed, frostbitten, but pulverized. Hitting 3 of these heroes. He's surviving for a while, has the wand. The TPs are coming through. Frostbite again. Do they have the damage finally? Arrows off the mark, and now LWW with the Blink Strike. They might be able to trade on XCJ. They're looking to get this kill while over mid, Ego's getting chased. They've got the silence, it's onto the Ember, and Crystal Maiden bottom might die while Drow goes down mid, but they have the help from their Wrath of Nature to get that kill on a bolt. Dragon Tail, Knight falls to Felix, Salad goes down to Alacrity, and it's kills all over the place.
Yeah, let me just do the math real quick. Show fight recap, that's gonna help out. So Knights, yeah, they got the Primal Beast. I feel like this Primal Beast could have survived 2 times if they just bring another hero. MKS got the gold with that Wrath of Nature. He got the last hit on both of these heroes, but Ember Spirit playing a bit too aggressive. Underneath the tier 2 tower, gets solo killed by Enchantress.
He does end up killing Ego, and I can maybe see that as a positive, even though he lost his life, because we've seen Drow struggle when they start to get behind, and this Drow is very far behind.
And she's in the middle of the pack right now, but Nature's Prophet. Something about the sound from from this Primal Beast ulti.
Making it sound like a 1980s game.
Yeah.
Impetus damage is disgusting. Rebound. Remnant. Arrow. All right. Hits up the March. Sea Sleight of Fist. Searing Chains. And the Spirit Vessel.
Now Ricky got caught.
Yeah, he's going to be gusted and killed. BKB from Flyby with the Unleash used, but they go to the Moonlight Shadow, so Flyby not able to do anything with the BKB. Can they line up an arrow or anything? Wrath of Nature, Searing Chains, Blink Dragon Tail, Onslaught. XCJ goes down, but from the high ground, Ego's going to have the damage to get the kill here on a Knight. They go to the Pulverize. Alacrity Vessel on him, and eventually he should fall and will. MKS over to the side. That is a very bold
DP's in,
TP
DP's out. Yeah, this lineup from EHOME, they can't really team fight until they get the BKBs, so they need to spread things out, like be on the side lanes, go for the pickoffs. They can outnumber enemies easily. Nature's Prophet with the TP, Ricky setting things up with the Dart. We still haven't seen Dart in the action. He did have it in the previous fight as well, but he got deleted immediately. So 2 BKBs are gonna be done, like 3 BKB timing on EHOME gonna be super strong. MKS has his one finished in the next 100 gold. Knight, considering that he had such a good start, died 3 times in a row, will have his BKB delayed, and Primal Beast just a recipe away. So, still not too worried for EHOME.
Oh, XCJ. Ego, actually. There's a sentry here. Got the sweeping dart off. That'll lead to the arrow. Remnant forward. And Ego should be dead. He will die.
These are the type of fights that EHOME needs to take.
Still sitting under this sentry ward. And LWW has done that a couple times where he's just stayed a little bit too long. And I understand he wanted a D-ward, but that fight should have been a big signal that he was under some vision immediately. Xiao Yu now on the run, but these impetus shots are loading up, and he'll die to the breathe fire of Alacrity. They need these BKBs.
They definitely do. One is finished on MKS, as we mentioned. Going into Gleipnir next, this is also a big item. 4 staffs, much needed on Knights. Full Pike about to be finished on Enchantress. Full Pike done on Drow Ranger. So with those 2, and the BKB Dispose to get rid of the cloud, so you can actually cast spells. Like Dispose can mess with the combo that they have.
Another sentry that is right on top of LWW. Down to Knobs too. Why not? These heroes are all grouped up here for Knight's bottom, but they're not gonna find anybody. And this is opening up time for EHOME to get that BKB that they need on Xiao Yu. They're looking for Guardian Greaves and Marana for a little bit of the sustain, and well, MKS really wants that Gleipnir.
He's been sitting in a triangle for a very long time, kept farming up. The items are gonna sync up nicely. The only one that they would definitely love to have is this 3rd BKB on Ember Spirit, which would allow them to get the first jump. I think Primal Beast is more important one, because he can onslaught into the fight. Knights smoked. It's been steady graph pretty much in terms of the net worth. Not more than 1k gold lead so far. So pretty even.
Felix is doing Felix things where he just builds a very greedy fort. Oh, right on the sentry, and down goes Sound immediately. They'll get the kill on LWW. They've taken out 2. These sentries have been perfect every time. MKS with the BKB to just TP out. Knights again just stumble upon EHOME, and sentries down, ready to go. Nothing that EHOME can do.
BKB picked up on Dragon Knight after killing 2 supports. They will go for Roche. Let's see if Knight maybe decides to go for a sneaky little play. Puts the Remnant down.
Nope, not going to be able to do it with this lineup. Going after him, he is dead.
Too sneaky.
This time,
MKS,
Arrow.
he's farming underneath the ward.
Wrath of Nature, and they'll get the kill on a Roche.
Arrow gave them vision. He finishes off the Roche, TP's out. Again, sitting underneath the ward. The 2 times he's been farming in the last 30 seconds. He's been scouted. And you can see Felix, he's pinging it out.
They are just not cleaning up their vision well enough, and they continue to get punished for it. He's also picked up the Hyperstone. So is he gonna just go Mjolnir? Onslaught in, BKB very late, but MKS over to the side to get some damage
BKB
here
on
from
him.
Felix, and MKS is burning and now getting really
Neutral
low
creep
Dragon
kills
Tail.
him.
Uh-oh, Felix, he goes down to a neutral, but MKS will go down to Alacrity. LWW gets XCJ. MKS can't come in there and just die like that. He's got BKB in a couple seconds. They might have just wanted to avoid the fight altogether.
Very interesting fight from EHOME. And also, as I said, Enchantress got denied, so he got no gold from that whatsoever. Flyby, this offlane Marcy popping off in this game, going into Basher next. Once she uses a BKB, they don't have much. Like, we talked about the BKBs on EHOME, but EHOMEs on Knights are also going to be as important.
The timings now feel like they just have not lined up well for EHOME.
Those couple of deaths did really cost them, because they were supposed to be strong with this Ricky Dart going for the pickoffs. Ember died multiple times, didn't have his BKB to get out of the trouble.
They're not down by much, but I'm wondering what the game plan is to kind of keep this game close and maybe even going in their favor. I think it starts by trying to find the vision of Knights, because they've had much better vision in this game.
They've been sitting under vision for a long time, but I mean, they also had a ward that got scouted and then they killed Knight after they smoked, so not sure what that was. Now dodging the fight. Exactly what they need to do. This Drow Ranger holding the Aegis for another 2.5 minutes.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So it looks like the Hyperstone for Prophet will go towards an AC. Would you have liked the Gleipnir pre-AC, or do you think this is a good little audible call?
He was thinking about getting the Gleipnir first, but then you are playing into Drow Ranger, this Marcy, you want to tank up, so I think AC overall is a better choice. Xiao Yu needs to be careful. Alacrity had his number throughout the whole game, stopping him in the onslaught multiple times.
Sentry down, and there's another kill on a Xiao Yu. Did he used BKB right as he died. BKB from MKS, and he'll TP away as well. These BKB usages are just not getting anything for EHOME.
It's getting him farm on the top lane. Survives, that's what matters.
For now, yeah, it'll be the AC and now the Gleipnir, but in terms of fighting, they just have been running. And it feels like Knights are constantly ready for what EHOME's doing in this game so far. Shadowblade picked up. The Sleeping Dart has not been as much of a problem as I thought it was going to be in this game. But they've been also able to stick on to LWW pretty well. And now they've got a gem.
He got caught multiple times.
They have a
Underneath
gem?
the sentry, Shadowblade. Oh, tricks!
Oh.
Oh, man, 5 HP on the courier.
Can he get this other courier that's got gem on it? Sitting at the tier 2 tower, that would be worth picking up. But that's going to fly all the way out, and now it's in the hands of XCJ. Should be given over to Alacrity. And it will be. So LWW is not going to feel safe anymore. Especially once he sees this gem. But can they kill Ego? They're right under his nose.
MKS, bottom.
They've got Flyby and Unleash. Uh-oh, damage! He still almost died!
That AC, they're keeping him alive. If he went for Gleipnir, I think it's a completely different scenario there. But hits level 20. Sprout leashes. Just too good of a talent. And now going into Satanic next.
Ooh, Knight, BKB, Searing Chains, Ego. Ooh, they've got eyes on LWW, and that means he's gonna die after the tricks of the trade. Alacrity will get the kill to get the Aegis out of the hands of Ego. MKS with the BKB, but he's right next to Alacrity. Goes up with a Sprout. Here comes Ego once again, and he's left by himself to fall.
Oh man, what is going on with EHOME? Deeping in. This is the third time Nature's Prophet DPs in and dies.
Dragon Tail, they have found Knight, but Alacrity, I don't know if you win this exchange unless you get some help real quick.
No Spirit
And
Vessel
there it
charges.
is. There's the help, there's the silence.
Gem.
Impetus. Ooh, Onslaught, Gem just left on the ground. BKB
Ooh, man, if
TP
he
out.
picked up the gem, that would be pretty huge because Drow Ranger has a Shadow Blade, then you have Ricky Marana on your team. But I guess he wanted to get out as soon as possible.
I just
Chaotic
wanted to
game.
leave.
A lot of things happening. I was looking at the Zhao Yu's items. He had Hex queued up. I was thinking about either Halberd or Aghanim Scepter. In the end, he's going to go for the Halberd, which is also nice. Being able to deal with all 3 cores. If the Halberd goes off in a fight, a lot of value. But also Ags. Like he, against Enchantress, against the Drow Ranger and Dragon Knight.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
Pretty
that
massive.
bad. This Enchantress, by the way, going Ags. Looking for the Sproink. A lot of damage that'll come out from that. So, let's see. 4K lead for Knights. They haven't been able to extend it as much as maybe I thought they would, considering the fights that they've been winning. And now, MKS off the Gleipnir again and going for Satanic. So he'll Wrath of Nature, as he has hit that level 20 mark, and he's got Sprout leashes now. Will that be enough? So he's at level 20, and Knight only level 15 here, as Alacrity, in comparison, is level 19.
Yeah, big difference. Knight did pick up the shard. Also doesn't have a Spirit Vessel charger. Relies on that to deal damage in the fights as well. He bought the book for himself now to get some extra levels, but yeah, Alacrity with that Aghanim Scepter going into Manta style next. At least that's what's queued up. We've seen how strong this build is the other day in the Western Europe.
Seems like
Dire's top tower is under attack.
MKS is doing everything he can to avoid getting this
Getting this win, yeah.
this Gleipnir.
Now those 3, that's definitely adding up.
Yeah, they're adding up, but it's also MKS TP's like in the center of the fight.
And this is the fight where, like, the fight's already over. Maybe they thought, because Marcy was not there, we took her out, 4 versus 5, let's go.
3-minute Roche.
This is a second
Dire's
Roche,
top
Aegis
tower
plus
is
Shard.
under attack.
That is a long time to wait. Almost has enough for the Reaver, so Courier will fly out there, getting ready to purchase said Reaver. Go to the Moonlight Shadow. MKS is showing a lane over mid, though. LWW again under a Sentry Ward. Moonlight Shadow, permanent invisibility. It's not going to matter. The damage coming in for the Drow Ranger is going to be more than enough to get the kill on the Unleash. Now onslaughting back, but not over the cliff. MKS bashed up, and again, he is TP'd right next to the team.
Oh man, I don't know what to say. Like, he needs to be careful. I need to stop counting as well, but this is the 4th time that he's done it. Satanic is available on him. 6k gold lead for Knights this time around. At least it's not an instant Roche spawn, so they could potentially contest another Roche.
They could, and they were able to snipe the last one, but they need to get this Aegis in their hands if they want any hope of finding a way to win this game.
Our supports are scaling really well, especially Felix. Aghanim Scepter done, Sproink. If he's not being focused in a fight, like, Felix might be the one dealing the most damage in a fight.
He's probably gonna output a lot of damage come next item. Starstorm, Trample, Onslaught. They have the sustained control to get the kill onto the Marcy. Well done there. Extra multi-shot damage coming in for the Drow on that talent that was just picked up for level 20. MKS, by the way, still dead. Feels like it's been forever.
He's high level, level 21.
He's dead as long as his BKB is on cooldown. This is, you know, he needs to be very careful. Knights take over, and every time he's dead, they just get so much of the map back. Ego. Silver Edge, and there is the silence. Wrath of Nature flying through. Knight has a BKB, doesn't use it just yet. Sleight of his Searing Chains and the Remnant out. They'll find XCJ, so MKS gets something, and now gonna get the kill here on Ego. They've got the dust, they'll have
Pulverize,
him.
where's the rest of the team?
Pulverize stopped immediately. Impetus shots coming through. There's the Sproink outputting a lot of damage. They've got the break on a Zhao Yu, and the Impetus from that bar will certainly get the kill. Blink Strike, BKB, Ego not sprouted, Remnant onto the back line, but forced step away by Ego. They get the kill on LWW. They'll finally take out Ego. Salad needs to leave, but he doesn't have a leap to get to the low ground. I don't think it's gonna matter. But now the Unleash and the Dispose, MKS, he needs the Satanic, he needs to survive. Unleash still going through, over Seal Totem right over the top. And MKS, he's not gonna get out of this one. They'll be able to bash him up and control him enough to take on the Nature's Prophet once again. Felix, does Felix win this? I think Felix wins this fight. Knight's dead.
I don't know what's going on in this game. It seems like there's 3 different fronts that people are fighting at. First, there's Crystal Maiden fighting against Nature's Prophet and Mirana on the top lane. The rest of the team fighting in the mid. And then you end up solo Enchantress against solo Ember Spirit in the bottom.
Yeah, the damage difference between the Ember and the Enchantress is night and day. That's for sure. So 10k lead for Knights and Roche up. So no Prophet or Ember. This should be Knights getting an easy Aegis if they spot it.
Yeah,
once he goes
there's
up.
something that I said, like the Enchantress damage output might be the highest in the next fight. It's the highest overall in the game.
That's insane. Not shocking once that Axe got picked up.
No, I mean, the hero scales really well. You have that 45 damage talent on 15, and then impetus damage on 25. So,
Sprout. Our Sprunk is a 4-second cooldown. That seems really low for such a massive amount of damage with impetus.
it's also a repositioning tool for yourself, so you get out of the trouble.
Flyby.
BKB.
BKB, Pulverize, Arrow coming in, and they'll have MKS coming over to get the kill on a Flyby, and this should open up Roche as a possibility.
Marcy doesn't have a buyback. She bought Daedalus Recipe. If she didn't buy that, she would have buyback. So, this Roshan now belongs to EHOME.
For now, they are starting to rotate on the side of Knights. Should be going quick enough for them to get their hands on the Aegis as well as the Shard. Wonder if they'll give the Shard over to Zhao Yu. They'll find LWW, Sproink, kill. Mirana in trouble, Blink, and Salad is gonna die too. 2 heroes dead. Zhao Yu will try to run away with the Ogre's Seal Totem. MKS just staying here in the pit. And, well, with BKB, he'll try to survive. Now throwing the damage back over into Ego. He's got the Satanic. They'll go in with this Primal Beast, but he's rooted up, and the damage coming out from Ego, it's not enough to get the kill just yet. MKS is in some trouble. They've got the silence. The Fireball's down with the BKB, but now Salad ends up dead again. They'll take out Zhao Yu. They'll end up losing Alacrity, and this Age is going to be used. So MKS now. Oh, boy.
Buyback from Zhao
gets
Yu
out.
for what? They don't get anything from it. Mirana buys back, dies immediately after. This Roche fight, again, they're extremely spread out. It comes down to Zhao Yu not having a BKB. When they were picking off this Marcy, rest of the team was there. They didn't see anything else, but he still popped the BKB, so didn't have it for this fight. Who picked up the Shard in the end? It was Nature's Prophet. He picked up the Aegis. And yeah, without
Curse of the Old Guard.
Aegis, this Nature's Prophet feels very killable.
Would you like the Gleipnir now?
I saw him going for Scotty.
He's also looking at Silver Edge. He's been switching back and forth.
I think either Scotty or Silver Edge feels fine to be able to break things. I was expecting that Primal Beast.
Pull roots and run.
Wait, what? What happened? He sold. Wait, am I seeing this correctly? He sold his BKB on Primal Beast or something because he's going for one again.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Meanwhile, they're gonna get the kill on a Felix as well as XCJ.
Wait, where's his BKB? What happened? I don't know. I actually don't know.
Does somebody have his BKB?
Do
Did
we
he
have a
accidentally drop
replay?
it?
Can we get a replay of potentially him respawning in the like after buyback? Maybe he misclicked. Like it's a panic mode.
Oh no! Knight unleash BKB's remnants, trying to avoid them. Now they've got their hands on MKS for a second, but the remnant forward. This is well, Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, Arrow landing onto the Marcy. They've got the onslaught. They'll have the damage. 3 heroes are just dead on Knights, by the way. They've gotten a couple of kills here on EHOME, despite the fact that they used the Aegis earlier. And well, now Sleeping Dart.
He rebought a 6-second BKB. Before you could do it, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, you could sell your BKB, buy a 10-second BKB, a new one.
He has less net worth now than Felix. Arrow again, XCJ, he's just dead once more. All of a sudden, EHOME have turned on the afterburners.
I'll be honest, this is the most confusing game I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, I'm confused, but I'm always confused. I don't know. I would say I'm at a loss for words, but my job is to keep speaking. And I don't understand rebuying a 6-second BKB.
Value.
Oh my gosh. It doesn't even come on sale. 6-second BKB. You just got swindled.
Maybe he dropped it in Roshan. I actually don't know what happened, but
and somebody destroyed it.
Let's pretend it didn't happen. It's one of those things when you do something like this, like when you sell one of your items accidentally, you don't want people to notice.
You don't want people to notice, but when you're purchasing it and you have it in your quick buy, people are gonna figure it out. Trickster Cloak, Ninja Gear, those are dropping. Also on EHOME, by the way, they got a couple of kills that lined up quite well. And can they get another?
Dire's top tower.
They're gonna get a tier 2 top at least, Curse of the Old Growth used. And look how quick that tower drops.
So in the end, he gets all the items, sells Maelstrom, decides to pick up... EHOME doesn't like their items. They're like, well, I invested the gold, but I also want to get the money back. So he sold his Maelstrom, decided to go for Scotty and Silver Edge, which I don't mind here. He also hits level 25, so no DP cooldown on his second ability. He can be anywhere, and having that break mechanic, this is pretty big, because Beast did not go for Ags.
Yeah, well, maybe he would have had the gold if he didn't go the GameStop route of selling his BKB. They're gonna quickly kill XCJ. And now the rest of the team coming from behind, they've got the Dragon Tail. They should have the, well, yeah, okay.
That was quick.
They would. Remnant back. Leash, Curse of the Old Growth, damage coming in onto the Marcy. BKB's gonna be popping around the horn. Ego trying to throw out the damage. They're gonna kill it a flyby. They'll take out the Marcy to start. Ego now trying to get away from this one. His Knight's gonna pop the BKB as well. Sproink won't get any kills just yet. Now they're right on top of the Enchantress. They'll get the kill on the Ego. Onslaught the other way, looking for Felix. 4 stabs all over the place as well as the Sproinks. They've got the silence. They'll have the damage. They'll get the kill. 4 heroes die on the side of Knights. And all of a sudden, EHOME come out ahead. And they've also got Gem.
A fight near their base where they don't use any of the buybacks. This is Nature's Prophet that is getting out of control. Double damage just spawned top. Let's see if he picks it up. It's sitting underneath the ward, but he will
He's
TP
level
top
26.
instead.
He just wants to push out and then maybe come back.
Yeah, like you see Marcy. She gets sprouted, gets leashed.
Rooted, leashed. Damage from Felix
sitting there. She doesn't have a Quelling Blade. She can't get out of the trouble, and if they don't use a Force Staff on her, it's difficult. This Scotty is doing a lot of work, plus the Silver Edge as well. The break mechanic against all of these heroes, super valuable.
So MKS gonna sprout himself and take the tier 3 over mid. EHOME, all of a sudden they have a real chance of 2-0ing this game. Ego's dead for 35 seconds, no buyback. The game's even.
This graph looking wild. 11,000 network lead for Knights at 1 point, and this should be 2 set of barracks. Yeah, no buybacks on these heroes. There's still tier 1, tier 2 tower available at the bottom lane.
Okay, so 2 sets of racks gone. It felt like Knights had EHOME's number, but contact deleted.
Alacrity. Ooh, that would be huge. If he managed to TP in, use the Sprout, wouldn't be able to TP. And now Nature's Prophet. Moon Shard.
Way high on the net worth now.
35,000. Yeah, gotta keep the eyes on the inventory just to make sure that people didn't sell any of their items.
I don't know where it went. Dude, I said it before, he got GameStop, you sell it. Oh, we can only offer you $2, then they sell it full price right back to you used. I mean, that is just... he needs the BKB, otherwise he's not going to do anything in this game. But rebuying a 6-second BKB, I cannot get over that.
Let's see the Roche respawn. This is
Dire
pretty
are
much
scanning.
do or die for Knights. If they lose this fight without buybacks, there is enough damage for them to just go in and get mega creeps. Like even potentially end the game. Salad.
Moonlight Shadow, and they should know where they are now.
There is no gem available this time around, so they need to rely on sentries and dust.
Oh, 3 minutes again on Roche. That's crazy. More than one time this game that it's going to be the full respawn.
Is under attack.
By the way, MKS has 6,300 gold saved up. He is a farming machine and outputting like a machine gun with his right clicks. Mjolnir for Alacrity. But they've been able to reliably kill off this DK in these fights.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah,
is under
doesn't
attack.
feel as strong. Does have that
Dire's
Manta
bottom
plus
tower is under attack.
Axe. Hits level 25. Some big talents coming out from him. AoE stun in the dragon form. But the question is, will he be able to execute? This Scotty reducing the healing. Ooh. Last second.
That could have been big. Ooh, sweep, pulverize, and he goes Knight. He's going to
Arrow
get some
doesn't
trouble.
connect.
Freezing field. Knight's going to be forced to pop the BKB. The Sprite damage coming out of Zhao Yu. He's running away and ending up dead. But look at the damage out on XCJ. They're getting a kill. MKS on the high ground, but now he's going to be unleashed. He's in some trouble. Dispose. Satanic! Oh, he can't heal up. Oh boy, they did get the kill on the Ego. He doesn't have buyback. He's short 280 gold. Now they've got the lockdown to get the kill here on a Sal. They'll take it the Murano. He's going to buy back 3 buybacks around the horn. MKS trying to get the kill here on Alacrity. He'll use that Manta, trying to survive, trying to run. They had the lockdown, but they don't have enough to kill off MKS once again. Alacrity's dead for 97 seconds. TP looking for flyby.
DP again. Yeah, just keep doing it.
Just keep getting in front of him. Or
Silver
go
Edge.
for Felix. That works too. Silver Edge, right clicks down goes the Enchantress.
Man, this is some nuts damage coming up from the Enchantress and the Nature's Prophet. Roshan will respawn in 50 seconds. 7,000. Dragonite also damaged through the roof in this one. Nature's Prophet needs to be careful. Like, if he dies, he's gonna be gone for 130 seconds. He's maxed out, level 27.
Trying to buy a Hex, didn't do the calculations correctly. Meanwhile, buyback's going to be used here by Felix. They'll go to the Pulverize, and, well, now Zhao Yu, Uproar, he needs to be careful. Damage from Marcy is more than enough to kill him. XCJ slept up, Onslaught, Sleight of Fist, and a right click from MKS.
Zhao Yu finally gets that level 25 talent. Pulverize goes through magic immunity, so he can initiate. In that previous fight, they needed literally 0.1 second to land an arrow, but Primal Beast Pulverize did not last long enough. Let's see what it is. It's going to be a refresher on Roshan. MKS needs to pick up that Aegis.
Yeah, Curse of the Old Growth, and these heroes can try to come over from the side of Knights, but they're just not going to be quick enough. They'll also have the Cheese.
I think you give this refresher to Primal Beast. Double BKB, double Pulverize, and double Heaven's Halberd.
Immortality.
They'll pick up Cheese. Knight will have it for his Remnants and BKB. Ooh, Abyssal Blade for the Marcy. MKS, he's got an Aegis. He needs to be a little bit careful, though. Like you said, if he does die twice, that could be all they wrote for EHOME. They did take the tier 1, they did take the tier 2, and now they're going to push through bottom, or at least try to. Ego now level 25. He's got the 12% marksman chance, or marksmanship chance. Alacrity going into the Elder Dragon form, and he's got the Spell Prism. We have seen things like this where you have Elder Dragon form for a while, pulverize through the Magic community thanks to that talent. And Alacrity's able to get into the high ground. Arrow,
Force
staff,
staff, but out of the
flyby,
base.
survives, multi-shot. Guardian Greaves are used by Salad there, so EHOME gonna reset a little bit as BKB's on cooldown for Primal Beast.
Only 2 heroes with the buybacks. Ricky will have one soon.
Team coming over, Remnant flyby. Ooh, Knight inside of Fist Searing Chains onto 2 of these heroes. BKB, Freezing Field, XCJ surviving for a while. They go to the Pulverize, and now the Onslaught to get away from this Marcy. They'll have the Gust, but it's only gonna be a silence on a
And the
Salad.
Hex.
They'll get the kill on a flyby as well as XCJ. They'll look over at Ego. He's gonna be disarmed with the BKB still running, but it's not gonna run for long enough. The Sprout, the right-click damage, the Arrow, there's the kill on Ego. He does have buyback, and it's certainly gonna have to come out to try and survive the rest of this game.
The other 2 don't have buyback. They're pinging out. They want to end this game. Buyback immediately.
Buyback and Impetus still showing that could do a lot of damage here on MKS, but MKS still working with an Aegis for 3 minutes. They go to the Pulverize once again. It's going to be onto the DK. They have the Silence. It's on to Ego. Gust silences up the Primal Beast, but Knight moving forward. The Remnant in. They'll get the kill on Alacrity. They'll take out Ego. Nobody has buyback. Sproing Field trying to be the last hope for the side of Knights, but they'll call GG, and EHOME will take a 2-0 over the major qualified Knights team.
What a victory from EHOME. 2 games. The first one was very dominant from the start to finish, but this second game